Hi, thanks for joining us today. I'm Louisa Hall. I work with Houston Camera Exchange, and today we're going to be talking about how to shoot the solar eclipse that's upcoming. It's going to be on April 8th this year, so make sure you've got your calendars marked. There's going to be areas in Texas where we get up to 4 whole minutes of totality, which gives you plenty of time to shoot. So let's make sure we take advantage of this great opportunity. The first thing I want to go over is obviously the equipment that you're going to need. Generally, any camera and lens will work. That includes your phone, believe it or not. We have these wonderful filters that will even work on your cell phone. So if you have nothing, you can still shoot an eclipse. Make sure that you check a guide like this that has the path of totality in it, or look it up online. This is an extra great guide though that we highly recommend you pick up because it's also got some tips on how to shoot it safely. From there, the most important aspect is going to be choosing what type of lens you want to shoot with if you are using an SLR or other mirrorless interchangeable lens type of camera. Ideally, you want to be at 300 millimeters or longer if you can get away with it. The other really important, probably the most important piece of equipment that you will need to shoot this is a solar filter. You want to make sure that it is a true solar filter, not a dark filter or a filter you think is dark enough like an IR filter or 10-stop ND. Those are not safe. A filter for shooting an eclipse or for shooting the sun anytime really will always look like this. It's going to be very shiny. It's going to be kind of reflective, almost look like a mirror. It's a very thin material too. It's made out of something called Fujifilm. You can also find sheets of this stuff if you're shooting, say, through a telescope or viewing with a telescope. I like these in particular, but we do stock 2 different kinds. This kind, which is adjustable, will fit a variety of lenses. Or these, which are screw-in types, just like a normal filter. It will fit 1 lens, 1 filter size, and that's it. Now let's talk about the tripods that you might need. There are so many tripods on the market, and really the best way to go is match the equipment. Do you have a small camera? Do a small tripod. Do you have a medium-sized camera? You can get something a little bit bigger. So let's talk real quick about the different types of heads that we have here. This is your basic ball head, great for any type of shooting, certainly would work great for what we're doing. I personally prefer a video head for this type of shot. And the reason is, again, going back to why this one is so good, the sun and moon are going to be moving in tandem for about 4 minutes, moving across the sky. So if you want to keep your subject in the middle of your frame for that entire time smoothly and quickly, a video head will allow you to do that. Now, let's talk about how to actually shoot it. When shooting an eclipse, timing is everything. It's absolutely crucial, which is why, going back to this being my favorite, something like this will just kind of unscrew, attach to the front of your lens, and come off. It's very fast, unlike a screw-in. So everyone who's shot an eclipse will tell you the coveted image is the diamond ring. That image where you have a fully eclipsed sun except for a tiny little bit of light that's seeping out. Those are very hard to shoot, and the reason is the timing of your filter. So you want to shoot both the entry and the exit diamond ring without your filter, bringing in a little bit of a room for risk. You want to make sure that you get that filter off just the second before the eclipse actually is in totality. You also want to make sure that you are putting that filter back on right after the moon starts to leave the eclipse of the sun. Because of that, you want to always make sure that you are wearing protective glasses so that you can view it and know when that period of time might be coming up. There are ways to shoot, especially the exit, with your filter on, but you are going to have to go a lot slower, jack your ISO up quite a bit, which might affect your resolution. That's up to you if that's the way that you want to go. There are always more than one way to skin a cat. Now let's talk just a little bit about exposure. This is where, again, there's so many different ways that you can go about this. So I'm going to talk about how I've shot it in my personal experience, and we'll show you a little bit of the images that I've gotten using this method. So I generally like to shoot it sort of like I'm shooting daylight. You're not shooting the don't think of it like shooting the sun. Think of it like shooting on a sunny day. So I like to stick with a shutter speed that's around 1/25th to 250th of a second, shooting it kind of fast, because keep in mind, the Earth is moving as this event is happening, so your subject is going to be moving as well. A good ISO range to target would be maybe between 200 and 400. You should not have to go any higher than that unless you're trying to shoot those diamond rings with your filter on. Then you will have to push to probably 1600 or something like that. Outside of that, your f-stop should be stopped down pretty good. You want to be between f11, f16. If you open too wide, you're not going to get the detail out of those coronas that are really, really very fun and impressive. If you do shoot a little bit close down, f16, you're more likely to record things like coronal mass ejections or small ejections that could be occurring at the time of the eclipse. For me, this was by far the most rewarding photographs that I got, were showing those nice fiery plumes coming off of the sun. It's really very awesome. So thanks for tuning in and watching this video. I hope everyone was able to learn a lot. And of course, if you have any questions at all about how to shoot an eclipse or any camera related questions, you can always come in and see us at 5900 Richmond. Make sure you subscribe.